Suppose, let's say we are trying to find what is the maximum subarray in a given list or an array. So we will use an algorithm called Kadane's algorithm, where we are trying to find which subarray will have the maximum sum. Suppose in this given array, we will try to find the sum, then it is equal to 3 here. But if we try to find the sum of this subarray, which is 4 minus 1 minus 2, 1 and 5, it is 7, right? So here what we are trying to find is what is the maximum value that you can get from a given list or an array by dividing it or getting the subarray from that array. So let's just code it and we'll debug it to understand it even better. Suppose you're given a list and we'll try to find the size of the list, and we'll keep two variables here. One is max val, which will try to find what is the maximum value which is there till now or so far. Then a maximum value for present, that is max here. When iterating through the loop, we'll use for loop. So for range, so range will be equal to the size, like we're trying to find all the elements right throughout the list. So we'll say range is equal to size, and later on what we will say is max value here, right? Here what is our max value? Max value is the present max value plus a of I. Then we'll see if this max here is actually greater than the max value which was there initialized earlier. Here we need a little change here. This is not max val but max here, right? So we are trying to find what is the maximum value till now. So initially it was 0, now 0 plus minus 2 is minus 2. Now if max value here is greater than the max value, then we will say that the max value is equal to max here, right? So here minus 2. Now since minus 2 is greater than minus 99999, we'll say that max value will be equal to minus 2. Then we'll say that if max here is actually less than 0, then we will again initialize max here as 0, because we don't want negative values here but the maximum values, right? So the more value that you can get through a list is by summing up all the positive integers. So we'll initialize it to 0 if it becomes negative, and we'll run the program once. Yep. So here we got 7. Now let's try to debug it. We'll add few breakpoints. So our breakpoints will be this here, 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 and here. You can just disable it if you don't want it. And then let's try to run the file, right? Yep. So initially we have the array here, the max here value, the max val, and the size. So as we are going through the program, here the max here value was 0, but after execution of this line, we will see that max value here is equal to minus 2, because max here 0 plus a of I, which is a of 0 minus 2, then minus 2 plus 0 is minus 2, and after that we will check if max here is greater than max val, then max val value will change to minus 2, and going on like that we will get here minus 3. Then here it was made to 0 because max here was minus 2, so max here became minus 0 again, and in the next iteration it became minus 3. Then since minus 2 is greater than minus 3, again it max, again the value didn't change. Later on we got max here as 4. Now max here 4 is greater than minus 2, so max value became 4. And later on max here, since it is positive, we are not changing it, so we are going to the next iteration directly. Then here I is equal to a of I is equal to minus 1 because I is going here 0 1 2 3, so it is a minus 1. And then max here became 3 because since 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Then going on further, let's try to go a bit faster here. So the same iteration occurs, and at the last iteration, let's say, okay, we're not at the last one yet because I is 6 right now. Now we know the size is 8, so I went to 7 and then you got the value as 7. So that's it. Thank you.